Hello, everybody, and welcome to Scion the Tower. This is the season finale. We have watched these two Scions start from wee babby heroes transitioning into demigods, and now they are facing the final challenges they will face before they either make this transition into godhood or, like so many others, come to the end of the stories right here and now. But as always, before we begin, it's less important to hear about me talk about the heroes and hear about them talk about themselves. So let us begin with Crow. Please tell us who you are, who you're playing, any pronouns you'd like to share, and how is Crow feeling, or how is Rex feeling, uh, being at this precipice of possibility.
Um, Hi, I'm Crow. But you know that already, as signed by B Sky apparently. Um, do the plug. You can find me this week. Yes, it is this week. The World Below, playing Savo, same character type, Eldritch, Black Elven, uh, Horror that is also has a heart of gold and likes to hunt and fight dragons and almost died to it. You got to watch the episode to understand what I'm saying. How is Rex feeling? Rex is all over the place. Being pulled almost literally in two separate directions and having to make a choice either to go one way or the other or a third route. That's where we're at. And it's a combination to something. What that something is, we have to figure that out here. That's what he's feeling, or that's at least that's what I'm feeling. What we're both feeling, I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Well, I'm excited to see which choice Rex ultimately decides on. All right, Zachary, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, any pronouns you'd like to share, and what is Bodhi Lee feeling right now?
Hello, I am Zachary Naldra Heatham. I am playing Bodhi Lee, she, her. And Bodhi's confident. Bodhi is going to end this night as the god of death of her pantheon. Or she's going to die. She's died before a couple times. She's prepared for that to happen. And one way or another, it's going to work out for her.
All right. Well, with that set up, let us begin. Last time there was the creation of a ritual by Rex um, in order to take on this avatar, this representation of Daius, ancient embodiment of Zeus. You've learned that Daius being connected to the sun only really shows up where there is sun. I mean, there are times when he will show up when there's no sun, but his power is significantly reduced. And so you waited in the water, and as the sun came up, you felt that drizzle, and the more sun, the more powerful the storm. When we ended, you saw him staring down at you and you staring up at him.
Uh, the first thing I do is I'm gonna activate the moon domain that Auntie allowed me to have. Um, Normally this would be war domain, but this feels a little bit more appropriate, especially stopping an enemy like this.
Okay. So I'm assuming you are turning it back tonight.
Yes, it is definitely going back tonight. It's weird. It looks like that moon that you see during the daytime, but it still has that twilightness to the sky.
Gotcha. So as this was, effectively like, category 7 hurricane coming this way, with it being night, it drops down to like a tropical depression. Still technically a storm, but like more fun than anything else. And he looks around very confused. and then sees you.
Um, Immediately, like on site,
Mhm.
it's going to activate that if it will allow me to move my mouse. Um, I'm going to activate the ritual and literally almost like touching like a cloud or something out of the sky, just reaching out for it and dragging it down.
Okay. With the activation of the ritual and your actions signaling a target, uh, your body, being the vessel, takes in Daius. Bodhi, are you here watching this, or are you off doing other things while this is happening?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here watching. This was planned. There was some coordination.
Yeah.
Uh, so Bodhi's there. She's obviously taking a back seat in being more of an observer than a participant, as Rex Nolan has not yet asked her to become
Mhm.
involved. So she'll let him do his thing.
Okay. So you notice Rex takes in Daius, very familiar to you as you once took in uh, an entity we lovingly call the Cthulhu. Um, However, you also remember that when you took in that entity, you essentially had to fight it off for it to not take you over.
Mm-hmm.
Rex, as you turn around, perhaps victorious, perhaps concerned, you quickly lose consciousness. And you
Uh,
awaken, or your consciousness, I will say, awakens essentially within your mind's eye, within your inner world. And there you see a very frustrated Daius asking you,
what?
was this your plan?
Well, yes, but so here we are in this situation with a few choices. First things first, we're not going to go ahead and do that whole world-ending hurricane mess. That's dramatic. That's a temper tantrum. We're adults. We're grown here.
Or I take over your form, gain your purviews, and destroy the world much quicker.
See, that's what you thought, but you forget one thing, there, buddy boy.
And
Um,
that is
I have something that can literally destroy us both.
not in here, you don't.
Oh, you don't know how my brain works. You think I'm trapped here with you. You're not even trapped here with me. You're trapped in with Nat Rex. You're trapped here with Nolan.
So he's going to think about it for a while and be like, you have the power of the moon, don't you?
Borrowed.
I want it. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to play some divine poker, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Nope.
Crow, I would like you to pick a, well, actually, no, pick a purview he has.
What purview does he have?
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So you can pick a purview, sky, sun, and war, or one of his callings, adversary, destroyer, or tyrant.
Ooh, calling. I have adversary.
Mhm.
grab Tyrant.
Okay. So then we're going to have a roll off. He is
Okay.
essentially like trying to take over your body, and because you are so close to divinity, he can only do that by removing your purviews. So we're going to roll. You can pick whatever combination you like. Presence is preferred just because it's like a clash of the wills, but if something else works, you can do that. You also gain +3 enhancement if you choose to embody the titanic nature of your divinity.
Oh, I am definitely invoking that Titanic divinity. Uh, 1 second. Gotta grab a sheet of paper. I know he's going old school. Um, if I can, integrity and resolve.
Yeah, resolve is essentially you like resisting him. I like that.
Second, it's 5. If I can add, no, that won't work. Oh, okay, so I'm flooding the pool since we're already here. Already here for
Yeah.
this. But I'm adding antagonistic lessons to this.
Okay.
Basically, well, actually, we'll see after roll because we still have to do the roll first. So,
Okay.
flood in the pool. 3, 4. So 8 altogether. Everything's divinity dice.
Mhm.
Wait,
And
8
that's
plus the
with
3.
that includes the three?
No. So it's 8 plus the 3. So
Okay.
11.
So without that three, you feel that he is like reaching into your soul and like removing your connection to the moon. But with that three, you embrace being a Titan and you are able to take his, was it tyrant?
Yes.
So he is no longer considered a tyrant, and you are now considered a tyrant. To essentially consume him and to not allow him to consume you, you need to do this 2 more times, 3 times in total.
Okay. Because of that, now I can actually add it.
Hmm.
Um, I am going to choose. I'm going to adjust his attitude level.
How so?
Um, Hold on. Let me just check to see if this actually works for something like this. Okay. I am going to adjust it so it's now a lecture rather than a battle of wills.
Like you're lecturing him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah. So I would say give me a roll for that. The It's going to be incredibly difficult because even though he is no longer a tyrant, he's still one of the most ancient gods, and he is 1 tier above you. So roll a presence, maybe in presence integrity, to see if you can
Okay.
overwhelm him.
That's only 5.
We're gonna roll for you. No,
Yeah.
he will be. He will be noticeably less antagonistic, but he's still very upset and trying to like overpower you.
Okay. I mean, you're fighting me, but let's look at the drawing board, shall we? You're taking over someone who, yeah, I have that one purview, but at the same time, uh, not really much going for me. I'm kind of on the bottom rung here. I mean, think about it. You're fighting one of the most bottom rung individuals in the pantheon, trying to make yourself look good by causing a hurricane, and none of the family members are looking at you at all. Like, they don't care. The only reason why you're out is because a vampire lady had decided to have her own little funny games, and even she does not even care for you or like you.
I have
However, I can make them love you again
give
and
me we don't
replace them.
have insight in this. Give me empathy, cunning.
I got you. Two, four. All right, we got a seven.
Okay.
We're working with something here.
Yeah, you could do okay, that could work. As you like present this to him, there is like no change. And it dawns on you, he is not interested in like being noticed, being reaccepted. He is interested in one and one thing only, destruction. He does not like the Theoi. He wants them dead. Whether they like him or not is irrelevant. He just wants them dead. Anything that you suggest that is not, here's how we kill the Theoi is just going to piss him off even more.
Damn.
Remember, like he was in the
Right.
Theoi, and then like he doesn't want to get back in. He's like, fuck y'all.
Well, you're doing all this and you can't even watch the show that I'm about to put on with Destruction of Aphrodite. But I mean, here we are.
So you feel him trying to take your chaos domain, then he's like, wait, what?
Oh, see, you were about to destroy everything, but you didn't know that I am about to take out one of the most famous deities in the theory.
And then you kill the rest.
Well, you wouldn't know because you're too busy trying to destroy the whole world. So, I mean,
Cunning persuasion.
okay. If I can I add my misdirection to this?
Yeah,
Okay.
that feels about right.
We're only at four because everything is a six.
He's at two, so you're fine. Um, so you feel like you the way because you're in this world, even though like he's not moving, you essentially feel like an arm like grasping, tugging at your inner self, and you feel that arm kind of let go as he's like, "I'm listening."
Okay. I want I want to change everything, rewrite the story of gods versus titans, restructure the power balance, but also Zeus and Aphrodite have to go. You know that I know that.
And the rest of them,
Well, that's up to you, but unfortunately, no one's considering you at all. In fact, they kind of see you as an obstacle rather than an ally.
I don't care what they see me as. I want them dead.
What about
Are
the
you
Titans?
saying you're gonna help me kill them?
No, you're going to help me kill them.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, he just gives a shit about killing them, so that works for him. They'll be dead, or at
Oh,
least under control.
well, that was the plan before you started derailing my plans with your stuff.
What? Why should I believe you can kill them? Like you said, you're just a bottom rung.
Oh, okay. So you haven't, how long have you been stuck there? It's because I started off being on the bottom rung, being the mortal that I know the weaknesses. I listen. I know where the family holds the cookie jars. I know where everyone likes to talk like supervillains. I read the stories that all of you have written multiple times and lied about, and I've kind of sussed out which part is the truth and which part is grandizing. I know your flaws. I know what makes every single one of you tick. And in fact, how do you think I came up with my little weapon? I got it. It was from taken from Zeus. Granted, had a poke a bear or two, had him running scared, but I mean, who's counting?
Give me whatever skill attribute combination you think is most appropriate to try to convince this homicidal deity who only cares about killing, bringing the Theoi and the Deva to heal, and to conquering the world. He is listening, but there's a lot of like nuance in the way you're speaking that doesn't really connect with his like must destroy.
Um, you know what? I'll use leadership and manipulation.
Mhm.
And if I can add misdirection to that,
Yeah, you're like actually Mr. Right Tone. That works.
cool. Um, Bodhi, give me some inspiration.
Is Bodhi inside no one said no?
Um, please, I always have like a wise words of wisdom from Bodhi playing inside my head like a motivational
Right.
tape.
Do you want to just wing it, or do you have a flavor you'd like?
Oh, it's random. It's always random. It's just like going through the tapes, like which one will work.
Like this. No, not this one today.
Yeah, it's like the old school Tony Evans or old school Tony Evans tapes or the TDJ takes. That two different genre of folks who probably understand what that means.
Hmm.
Or Joel Olstein for those of you who suffer from that type of trauma.
That name just throws me off. Oh, the battle that you have within the world that you fight is how you run away from the battle you fight with yourself. You can cause all the destruction, all the despair, all the death that you choose to, and you will never feel whole because you aim it at the wrong targets.
With that flooding the dice and hearing that, I got nine successes.
How many?
Nine.
Okay.
And just to be clear, that would be if Bodhi was there giving Nolan a line to feed, not something Bodhi is saying to
Right.
Nolan.
Right.
All right. Here's how this is going to go down.
Should I be making your you know, persuasion and presence roll to add a boost to that or something?
Um, nah.
Okay.
This was just kind of to confirm the way the dice had been like effectively rolling. So essentially, by bringing in someone who's a tier above you into your inner world, three things could happen. You could overpower him, be done. We don't have to worry about it. He could overpower you, and then he's him, but also has like your body and your experiences and all the purviews, and that would be bad. However, there is a third option, which, based on the choices and the dice, it seems like you're going to do where you all fuse. You have not overpowered him, so you cannot like take him over. Um, he has not overpowered you, and he's actively stopped trying as he's interested in the potential young Theoi who wants to do some damage. And so he is willing to fuse with you to make this happen.
Hmm. You think I, as a person, would just throw away my laurels just to fuse with you to do this plan? Me, he's saying this, but meanwhile, he's pushing away like there's like a separate Nolan that's just like, what are you doing? I'm just saying, why would I just get rid of the just kicks old Nolan out the room? Sorry, Bodie. You and I both know that old Nolan was kind of like, Nolan, okay? This is why we're here, even though he knows he's not talking to the real Bodie because the real Bodie, well, he doesn't know what she would say. So like he's just like this is his imagination. This is his mind palace, his space. So like, do we do the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z, which or do we put on the earrings?
Fusion dance is better. The earrings, I lost those a long time ago.
Really? But they're like the drip though.
Zeus took them, and he took a lot of things. But I like you, Rex. I'm interested to see what you'll do, and we can I think we can make this work.
Yeah. Oh, also, we gotta if you're looking for destruction and other stuff, we gotta unlock a few people who have been locked away from divinity and their own memories, and that's. But I'll show you. I'll show you everything. It's gonna be fun. I know where the dynamite and the C4 is. Have you used C4 before?
Lightning bolts tend to work for me pretty well.
That is no fun. Okay, let's do this fusion dance.
All right. And so as you fusion dance on the outside, Bodhi, I'm assuming you're still just like watching over your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that his body is starting to electrify, which you don't think happened to you, but you were also unconscious. So
Oh, I was also not dealing with a god of weather,
yeah.
so this might be part of the. It seems like a reasonable thing,
Mm-hmm.
probably. Sure, it's
It's
fine.
probably fine.
Yeah.
And Rex, as you fuse with Daius, a few things happen. You get the feeling that at least for the next few days or so, your body is going to be in constant flux as it like adapts to this new divine power. Like the flames are changing color. One day you have access to the moon, all of a sudden it changes to sky, then it changes to sun. Like your body is actively trying to, is essentially like a roulette machine trying to be like, where is it actively going to stop and like settle? Um, you also feel pain differently. Like 2 seconds ago, you were very much mortal, even though you were a demigod. You don't think that's happening right now. And you wake up, kind of floating in the water, hair, a nice blue fire flicking with greens in and out, eyes changing color. Like it's gonna be a weird 24 hours. And you hear in the back, I look forward to seeing what you do, young Rex.
Yeah, that this is going to be fun. Yeah. Although we gotta work on like official and aesthetic because flickering back and forth for this is confusing for all of us.
It'll. I've never fused, but I get the feeling our body is just adapting to see what fits. Couple other things have happened. While there is no like official Titanic status, you do feel slightly more Titanic than you did a little while ago.
That's fine.
And finally, the nihilistic needle. It hurts. Not enough to like do damage because you're literally, immortal at this point. But like you get the feeling you're like, oh, this didn't hurt when I picked it up last time.
That makes sense. But then again, I had the other steak thing, so I'm used to that sort of pain. Also, I drank a lot of cold, very cold nitro tea, so
Yeah.
this is my life anyways.
This is just what I do. But it seems that you've very much stopped the destruction or conquest of the world from Daaeus, having fused with him, embracing uh not only the Kingmaker, but the King Slayer moniker, and more of your Titanic nature.
Ooh, we're half and half. Kingmaker and Kingslayer. We're balanced, baby.
Bodhi, you see your friend kind of get up, look around. I'm assuming a little confused. Um,
Tiny bit.
Tiny bit. But he's okay.
Um, as he's walking out of the water, I wave over one of Rex's, Nolan's, whichever one is walking towards, one of their um, people who has dry clothes ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's something that he would appreciate. Just because you
Oh
got
yeah.
done fighting a god, it doesn't mean you gotta, look
Right.
like you just got done fighting a god.
Oh,
I trust this is I had no say in the outfit. This I left that up to your people.
hold on for a second. Puts it on, and this is the most because Rex has flipped fashion styles since the last time Bodhi saw him. So this is now dressing down for this Rex. It's just like um echo beater tank top. Um, it is dress pants, dress shoes. But as he puts it on, stomps on the shoes, everything flares up, lightning, green fire. You just get a little bit of the aesthetics of whatever Theoi divinity that might have came for it, but also the additional Theoi divinity crown that kind of lights up a little bit around his head. Whew.
Ah, the landing's a nice touch. Looks good on you.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Oh boy, that when you take on another divinity, they don't tell you that you wake up with like a partial hangover and waterlogged. Like I wish they would put that in the handbook.
I mean,
Don't open.
you know, you could die for several months and then come back like I did.
Ooh. See, I don't think that works for me. And he like is chugging on some like that iced tea
Hmm.
slush, just knocking it back. Oh, that wakes you up.
Oh,
Oh wait, do you want some?
little of a Nick the Nick special. Sure, yeah. She's
It's a
getting
little
better at
cold.
this. She's getting better at it.
She has. Listen.
Yeah.
She's learning slushy, and you know what? I'm not trying to take that away from her. Like, apparently, we're abnormal for being able to drink it. I don't know. I don't see it. I think that's kind of par for the course.
Oh, well, maybe we are. Maybe we have that. She's touched us in a little bit of ways that we weren't expecting, and we came out with a little bit something something extra.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, and he holds up a finger trying to do like lightning notes. Say hi to Uncle. Uncle, this is Bodie. Say hi to Bodie.
Uncle is his finger.
Now, at least do some like lightning writing so like she knows when I start talking, it's not just me I'm talking to.
You get nothing.
You know what, you bastard. So yeah, we kind of fused together. We kind of actually had like family bonding negotiation. Uncle was throwing a temper tantrum. He's learned that his destruction needs to be a little bit more constructive towards the actual target itself.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, we listened to your motivational tape, so like that was
Oh,
a biggie.
how sweet of you. Um, so yeah, you got you have a plan and you're working together. I guess you're kind of merged, so you're now one kind of thing.
Sort of. It's more like I guess it's more like Venom, only a little bit not as toxic. It's more like Bleach. It's more like having a Bonkai.
Hmm. So, well, I mean, it could be like Venom with like less of a power dynamic, like less of an equal. Is that?
Well, he's looking forward to like the trouble I caused, so I guess so.
All right. Well, you got that going for you. So, what's next on your list? What are your plans?
Looks, does someone have my notepad? I know I dropped it somewhere around here. Anyone? Anyone?
Brittany or Officer Thompson walks up,
Oh,
has you a notepad and a bear claw.
you sweetheart. Oh, okay. All right.
She is normally pretty like bubbly and like tries her best. You notice as she's like handing the bear claw, her hands are trembling.
Wait. I know how to solve this. And he goes to put on a pair of sunglasses, um, rimless hat. So instead of like the ball cap, it's the one with just no rim, but it's just a little hat portion.
Mhm.
Um, and it's put on like Natusa baseball jersey on,
Right?
and he's looking like the most trying to look like the most regular person here. Still divine, but like trying to diffuse his own scariness.
That that's the thing. Like when you're a demigod, you could cut back. But it's like you say, it's like Bankai. Like you're or now that you are like officially a god or in that transition to a god, your aura is so strong. Like just her being around you is like sucking out her life force.
Somewhere there's a Gen Z who was just like peak aura, and I'm just like, no. And he's trying to suck it in just enough that it's not suffocating in the area.
You haven't transitioned fully yet. Give me a presence and integrity. See if you can like control it.
Integrity, okay.
You will roll against Unc because like he don't give a shit. He don't know Brittany.
Yeah, he don't care.
So, what exactly is this order that Nolan's now pushing out?
It's the same aura that it was before, but because he is like making that transition into divine, like gods don't come to the world. They have
Yeah,
avatars that come to the world. Because if they
right.
came to the world,
Yeah, shit
so
goes
it's
on.
essentially that, just
Yeah,
like the same thing, just much more impactful, much more widespread, like in the fabric of fate rather than in the geographical location of where he is.
so
So three, just three, just three successes.
Holy crap! This boy had 14 dice, and he got two dice over seven. Over seven.
well,
That
God, so
never happened.
six.
Yeah, maybe Darius likes bear claws too. He's like, let's rate it a little bit.
See, I told you they're good. All right, we don't have to go full, um, like full aura, full master of all power. That we save that energy for what we got to do later.
I mean, we can hold back now, but we can only hold back for so long.
Yeah, I know that, but like, also we're gonna have to deal with that later. I got a plan for that, but for right now, okay. So Mara, we handled Mara here, right?
Mm, well, the full handling of Mara hasn't happened yet. We have to have a little sit down, have a conversation. He's going to hand over his mantle, you know, or he decides to not hand it over, and we pull it from his soul. One of the two.
Love it, love it, love that another one of us is going for destruction. Okay, so here's the thing. He's writing down. All right, so Poseidon most likely dead. We're dead in our sort of vicinity. That and that and another sort of death god on my end. He kind of holds up the notebook to himself,
Mm-hmm.
as if like allowing Uncle to like look at it.
Mhm.
Like you see, Hades, Poseidon already taken off the list. So like that's already been handled. So we have to handle the two big ones because if we don't handle the two big ones, none of the other ones are going to like fall out for us. However, we still have followers that they have in other avatars that we kind of have to take out. I already have stuff setting up for this one. He write down Aphrodite. He's making sure not to say her name out loud.
Yeah.
We have set up for this one, but the other one writing out the big one. That guy that you came from and thrown you in the little jelly jail, we still have to set him up for destruction.
So you do the setting up and now the destruction.
Great. I'm glad that we also have. Anyways, but the main one that we have to deal with um in the immediate future is this one. And he writes down Aries in big bold red letters. This one we have to not only deal with but humiliate. You understand what that means?
Humiliate. You because y'all are like one.
Right.
The paying attention is there, but every time you say humiliate, not destroy, like it's harder and harder for him to like actually care. But he's the effort is.
He is really trying. Okay, to destroy him, we have to humiliate him. Otherwise, if we destroy him, he's just gonna come back and be like, round two, son. He's just again, it's just gonna
Okay.
cycle over and over again.
That got his attention. It's like, all right, I heard destroy twice. We can do this.
He's just gonna look up at Brittany and Bodie. Listen, it's a process. I've become a little bit more neurodivergent than I was before. I'm just working with me, myself, and now my other eye
Yeah,
is
Brittany,
all
also
right.
who is affected but not like shaking anymore, asked if your other eye would like an eclair. We still have one of those too.
yo. You wanted to eclair?
Yeah, he's never had an eclair. Yeah, sure. He'll give it a shot.
Hell yeah, let's have an eclair.
And then Brittany will return to her duties.
So, anyways, I got to deal with daddy issues. I don't know if you want to deal with daddy issues.
Mm,
I mean, if you're dealing with it, then I am. We are one.
Okay. What about you, Bowie? Yeah, are you interested in seeing a God of War not be a God of War anymore?
I was planning on going to see your auntie.
Oh, we can go now.
Yeah. All right.
Oh wait. Oh, we're going to go see Next. How do you feel about Next?
Yeah. So you say that name, and he says, I'm fine, but you feel that fear.
Okay. See, you guys, you did all of this like pomp and circumstance and all this showboating, but like the moment I name Auntie's name, now all of a sudden, all the aura has like changed and the room has gotten cold.
She is not a god.
I know that.
She just is.
Yeah, that makes her awesome.
And because of a certain someone, she also hates me.
Well,
I simultaneously am not and am that bastard.
well, since you're now in me and we have now done a fusion dance, Trunks, you are now me, not him.
We are him.
We are us.
Hope you know what you're getting us into.
We are Venom. Now, come on. Um, Opens up the doorway to. So basically, and then he's just like, wait, no, better way of doing this. He's going to text Auntie first. Can you have company?
Take like 2 minutes, no response. You get a text from Rachel. Hey, mom's really anxious for some reason. What's
Hmm.
up?
Kind of fused with a portion of a old part of Zeus. We've kind of become Bonkai. She probably won't understand that reference, but we're fused dance together, found a way to destroy three gods and put them in destructive mode. Also, Bodhi says hi, and Bodhi really, 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 really wants to see her. Also, we love the tea. That was awesome. Slushy tea. Oh, also, I got you some burgers. Send.
Out of a shadow in like a closed building, Rachel comes out and like blocks the sun, eyes closed. It's been a while since she's seen, any light. She's like,
And
ah,
so the
ah.
sunglasses, another pair of sunglasses. Here, here. Yep,
Yep,
yeah, I
thank you.
know.
It's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah, we upgraded. Also, we destroyed this part of the city. Not our fault. But we also re-upgraded the city again afterwards.
Have
So
you?
are you both mayors of the city?
The city has a mayor.
Mm, yeah. They were. Who do you think was they were the people were buying off? Like
Oh, right. And like I keep forgetting.
Cartwrights had
I
to
keep
give be.
think,
Cartwrights had to be giving money to someone.
right.
Get
I
all
keep
your rubber
forgetting
stamp
that
everything
because I
there.
was thought of Doug as like the mayor, to be honest. Like that's our weird capitalistic the society that we were living in at one point.
It wasn't like Doug was the mayor. It was like the Doug just had so much money that the mayor was okay with everything that Doug did. Like,
Wow.
yeah, no, absolutely no real life implication of what's going on with that.
Absolutely not. No possible way this could be reflective of how our society is currently. And
Bodhi happens to just throw a rock over her shoulder, and it hits on a Tesla that bursts into flames somehow. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, um,
right.
yeah. So, yeah, how you been, Rachel? You know, doing okay?
It's been great, you know. I never really liked being around people anyway, and now it makes sense because also, my home's, in that like kind of dark place.
Yeah,
Mom was hard to get used to, but she's actually really sweet.
yeah, yeah. She's a nice lady. Um, I imagine not taking as many classes as you used to.
No, mom and dad's been like running me through course. I have control over my powers now, or some. Um,
That's good. Yeah.
so I still have something to keep my mind occupied.
Yeah. Well, you said your mom was something was going on with your mom. Like I couldn't
Yeah, a
hear it.
few like minutes ago, she started getting like really anxious as she's talking about moving and
Wait. Moving?
yeah,
People are afraid of her. Why would she have to be nervous about and move?
I I don't think she was nervous. I just thinks like she just like likes her peace, and all of a sudden she was like, "It's not peaceful here anymore."
Oh, Uncle, did you ruin her peace?
I don't know, but like it's fine. She probably just isn't getting enough visitors.
No. Okay. And he's just gonna go. I think our fusion dance might have caused some unneeded side effects.
Right, because you fused with like
Old
it's
Zeus.
oh
Not
yes,
current
no.
Zeus, old one.
You're a smart woman, Rachel. Do you know who? Okay, yeah, she got no clue, but she's like, okay, yeah, no, that's, but it's still Zeus, and you still control Tartarus, so I could see why she's a little anxious.
Right. I've literally become the divine terror or a divine titan, which causes so many contradicting problems.
Well, I mean, the simplest way is to go and like talk to her.
That's why I'm saying I'm trying to get this one to it doesn't really understand it, but we're doing the sorry dance.
Well, when you talk to her, let me know, and I'll stay here.
Or we send Bodhi in first because she wants to go see Auntie first, lays all of that out, all the smoothness,
Yeah,
and then we go bring in gifts and do the sorry dance.
yeah. That's a great idea. Bodhi, you go first, and then you go, and if you come out, then I'll go.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, you can't even be destroyed anymore.
Have you seen her mad? It's all like nothingness and nihilism. It's horrible.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm not going in first. That's why I'm sending Bodhi in
When
because Bodhi is hope incarnate.
when Rex has the conversation with the voice in his head, does he do this out loud, or is it all the conversation happening all in his head?
He doesn't need to do it out loud. Because this just happened, he is still doing it out loud just out of habit.
All right. So just tell your little friend inside of there. Tell Unc that the worst thing that can happen is like Nyx can just like push, and she's gonna just reach out and literally just touch a random spot on Rex's forehead. She can touch like just right here and just freeze him and suck him into a little tiny puddle of darkness that is stuck inside your head and he can't get out. I mean that's the worst thing that could happen. He thinks he's in an infinite void of nothingness. He'll get out eventually. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, Rachel. Let's go. Let's go see mom.
Okay, bye, Rex. And Rachel will take you back to that building with the shadows and just kind of like walk into the shadow.
Is this the direct route to mom's house, or is there?
Yeah, Rachel can get like just right there.
Yeah.
It is colder than you remember, which is saying something. It's also less peaceful. Like the hairs on the back of your head stand on end just because there's like anxiety coming off of Nyx. Not animosity. She's just like very aware. And then she sees you, it's like, Bodhi, how are you doing? It's been so long.
I know. I know.
You have to
It's
try
been
this. I've
what?
been working on it.
Oh,
And she
it's
hands
good.
you the slushy tea.
She just grabs it and just takes a Oh, this is delicious. You did a good job with this one.
Thank you. So what brings you here? And what you like you could feel like she's like looking around as she's speaking to you.
Oh, obviously it's been a while. To catch up, drop in, see how things are going with you. Um, things change for me. Things have probably changed with you. I figure life goes on, and that's it.
Lovely. Let me put out a spread so we can like sit and
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, yeah.
And she'll put out, what she has like caught on to that people eat. Mostly frozen, but it's nice.
Yeah. I mean, Bodhi does have the ability to just make fire and
Yeah.
turn her body into fire, and she can cook it while then top it in her
Well,
mouth
she's like
if she
holding
wants
it
to.
and
Yeah, just hold it for a second, unfroze it, defrost it, tops it
yeah.
in. Might still be a little mushy, but it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Yeah. So things are going good for me. I gotta go have this conversation with somebody and tell them to hand over a mantle. That's gonna be well, he doesn't deserve it, doesn't need it, so I'm gonna take it. So that's what's going on. What about you? What do you got going on?
I've been training Rachel Hare. I she t talks about you and Rex all the time and how she wants to be a Scion, and I tried to talk her out of it, and she said no. Where it's like, Mom, like so. Pretty soon Rachel's going to go back and become a Scion and just kind of live her life in a Tucson.
No, that's great, great. Um, some things have changed. The Cartwrights are no longer really a force of financial wealth in the city, and um, that Doug is no longer with us. Turns out there was a god that was kind of manipulating and set up the whole thing like the entire time. Like they were like a lot of
Yeah,
the
she
shit that was going on in Atusa was all the efforts and the plotting and the planning of just one god.
Zalmoxis.
Yeah,
She's great, isn't she?
yeah. I mean, you know, um, she's got her pluses and her minuses. I'm not sure her plan of her group's goal of you know erasing all the other pantheons and becoming having them step up to just as one pantheon. I'm not sure how realistic that is. Um, I don't disagree that there should be maybe some culling. Some of those gods need to learn their place. I mean, we you did nice work with Poseidon and Hades. Times that
Hmm?
cleaning up and some new gods
But
are important.
are they? Do they die?
Mm, whether or not they're dead, I don't have proof of, but they're not. They've gone into hiding.
Huh. Gods are so fragile these days.
Yeah, right? And they forget they're what they're there for. Like we, you know, yes, the humans worship and praise us, but we do something worthy of praise. And when we stop doing that and just go off of old stories and legends, and it kind of gets to one's head. Some of those gods, don't quite remember that.
I agree.
Um, yeah. Anyway, so that's why I have to go talk to a god about giving up their mantle because they don't really, that's
So
that's not their thing. That's not what they're
so
doing.
you're on your the final leg of your journey.
Yeah. You got any? You got any? I mean, you've stood toe to toe with gods on multiple occasions and come out clean. You got any tips or advice or?
Unfortunately, no advice I could give would be helpful. Apparently, the essence of my being does not translate well
Huh.
to non-primordials.
Hmm.
Believe in yourself. I heard that works.
No, I do have an idea. Well, maybe there's a way. But he's gonna take out the Skyfall dagger,
Mhm.
and this could work out really well or really poorly. And he's just gonna like, can you hold this for a moment?
Okay, she'll take it.
Now, you who are capable of all things, perhaps you can maybe give it a display of just maybe just a small display of your power while you're holding that. You think that's something?
As you say that, Rachel will slowly back up.
Mm-hmm.
A small display of my power. Hmm. Okay. Let's see, how well are you at holding back? Okay, she'll try.
All right.
Um, she will like tap the table
Uh huh.
and all of a sudden you don't remember what was there. The room seems to have shrunk where the table was.
All right. Cool.
Rex, you're
At,
just like out and about, and you start coughing up blood.
Oh, yeah.
Just like I was like, God dang it, wipe it off. Doesn't hurt, just like,
so at the moment that she does that, I'm gonna fate bind the dagger to me
okay.
while she's doing that. Um, in a sense, to bump it up from a mythic to a legendary, or from a legendary to a mythic weapon. And maybe get a little of her pizzazz in the process.
Mm-hmm.
That was certainly. I don't want to know where the table has gone. It was definitely a show. You
The
know,
true answer is there was no table. I've heard some people call this a secondary universe where the table never existed, but it's a lot of thinking and it doesn't really affect me, so I've never put too much thought into it.
mm, everything that exists here exists because you will it to.
Technically, it's the opposite. Everything exists because I have not willed it out of existence. I unfortunately am not good at willing things into existence. I've tried and
Hmm. It's the same thing. If you didn't want something to exist, you would just erase it.
but
That's
if I wanted something to exist like tea, it takes a lot of work.
I mean, you do an excellent job of it, though. Yeah, did I? Yeah, did I tell you? Rex has gone and um, I believe he's taken down and in some way taken a mantle off of what's his name? Zeus took part of his mantle.
He did. Well, that is good
Yeah,
news. Zeus needs to
yeah,
get his comeuppance. He's been.
yeah. Yeah. So he took that. There's more coming to Zeus. It was apparently a neglected and often forgotten part of some call him Old Zeus. Either way, you know, Rex is uh, taking that step towards that. Um, and basically, just I guess consumed him is the forced him into his being. I'm not really sure how that works. Like,
Can you figure out what's happening here next? Not with those roles, you can.
so there was the Cthulhu thing that was happening in Atusa.
Yeah.
You know, and so I drew it into me, and then to get it out of Atusa, I died, and then went to the underworld and met up with Mom, and we dealt with it there, so that it wouldn't
Hmm.
come back to cause problems with Atusa. So in the same way, kind of the same way, Rex has kind of pulled that part of Zeus into him so that he cannot be out in the world and causing destruction. So,
So he's killed this old Zeus. Well done, Rex. Well done. I'm gonna make you some special T-Rex.
mm, yes, killed is certainly a word for it. Gonna just kind of skirt around.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he's um, taking his fire. He's got this cool lightning thing going on. Want me to hit him up and let him know that to come to swing by?
Sure. If I make the special T, I might as well get at him while it's
Yeah. So Buddy's
hot-ish.
gonna use the psych pump and just send him that message, be like, hey, come on in.
And
Before he
Rachel, knowing what's happening, is going to go like out the shadows and then be like, Rex, it's time for you to go in. And then we'll absolutely not follow you back in.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm like, well, before I do that, because I feel that's a little bit dangerous for all of us, I'm just gonna go little boy's room, aka my den of sanctuary. I'm just gonna go to my god ring for just a second to go fix a few things before meeting her.
Yeah.
Um, and he does that, goes in. Okay, first of all, we gotta rearrange our whole strands thing. So like when we do see her, it's not traumatic for everyone.
But what does that mean though?
Means we're disconnecting our fate from Zeus's fate. So we can destruct him because if we destroy him and then we're still tied to him, I don't think that works out well for us now, does it?
Daius is a separate enough entity that that is theoretically possible. That would require like I feel the only thing that is appropriate is you spending all your legend or something equivalent because even though like that does seem possible, Daius like literally was Zeus.
Right. Oh, I know that. I don't mind spending all my legend.
Okay, yeah. You will need to spend all of your legend and you will need to come up with a actually no, you need to go with anything. I mean he already has his own like wills. All right. By spending your legend, you can disconnect Daius from Zeus. That will, however, bind him through fate to you. Right now, he is bound through divine power, through a bodily connection. This will bind him through fate, i.e., there will be no way to get rid of this Bankai forever and ever.
It's a rock and a hard place. Either stay connected to that divine part of Zeus,
Mhm,
but in its own problems,
mhm.
and I don't want Zeus finding a backdoor in. This we are already twisted up with fate as it is.
Yep.
So we might as well, we're already here anyways. We might as well go this way. So he's just like almost face to face internally with Unk. Kind of have like a sewing case,
Yep.
a pair of scissors. I am going to show you what it means. You know what the name Rex is, right?
Something easy to spell.
It means king. It means king.
So then it is your goal to become king.
Our goal is to become a very king maker and a king slayer, everybody.
If it is our goal, then we have three goals: to become a king maker,
Mm-hmm.
to become a king slayer,
Mm-hmm.
and to become king.
We'll workshop that last thing.
It is our goals. I'm willing to work with you if you work with me. If we work with we.
If we work with we. You agree to it. Also, I'm kind of neurotic. I'm kind of working on this whole thing when it comes to like not being so scary around mortal folk.
Oh, there's nothing you can do about that. Like you can make an avatar, but it will get worse.
Yeah, I know. But like we're Avatar, whatever we have to do, but we're gonna try to not be so scary so we can get. I mean, you do want worshippers, do you? That makes you king.
He doesn't care about worshippers.
That helps you with the power to become king. Oh my god.
So
Why
does
am I
like
better at being
destruction.
a Scion than you are? What is this?
So does destruction. Like there are multiple ways to kingness.
You're lucky that I'm the one working with you and not someone else, because anyone else would just run circles around this whole thing. And he just cuts that first string and
Mm-hmm.
goes to work.
Bodhi,
Yeah.
as you're like chatting, the temperature noticeably increases. It's still below absolute zero, but it's like some of the anxiety that Nix was feeling is suddenly gone.
Hmm. Yeah. So can't help but notice you seem to be in a slightly better mood than you were when I got here. And
Of course,
as
I
much as I would like to believe that it was just me showing up, Uh,
It was. I rarely get visitors. I love it when you show up.
Something else is changed since my arrival. So, what are you? What is like? Rachel said something about you thinking about moving. Like, what was that about?
I don't know. Like it just didn't feel safe here. And I'm technically not Greek. Nyx is just the name that the Greeks gave me. Um, but no, I think about it, it's not that bad. I'm moving a couple millennia or so.
You know, where would you move to?
I've been many
I
places.
mean,
Uh,
I get anywhere you want. Is certainly an answer there.
Anywhere I want, but also like I don't want to inconvenience the denizens of wherever they are. That's why I'm so far away from, the shades.
So, have I told you about the underworld in my pantheon?
No, we've never had that conversation.
So, there is one literally called the freezing. Can you guess what happens there?
Really good tea.
Really good tea, but it's and it's cold. We could have darkness. You could maybe not right into it, but you could get I'm sure there's some spice that you could work your way into. Um, that's an option. I can I
Gee,
can
that'd be kind of fun.
I can talk to a
Uh,
couple folks and make that happen.
that'd be really fun. Yeah, I'll like ask Rachel if she wants to move, and we can yeah, that'd be great.
Hmm. We can get you out to meet some um, you know the Greeks have their interpersonal issues. Well, to say it politely. Um, Whereas that's not an all pantheon thing. I have only sat and sipped tea with any of the members of my pantheon that I've met.
Well, if I wouldn't be bothering anybody, it'd be great to show Rachel, more than
Yeah,
just air.
yeah. I'll certainly make it happen. We can find some ways to make it happen. You know, but yeah,
Where is Rachel?
that's a good question.
Yeah,
Um,
she seems super into it. She won't move without like letting Rachel know.
Yeah,
She also seems more comfortable here, so like whatever Rachel decides is what she will do.
yeah. Bodhi will also use the second pop neck to send a message to Rachel. Hey, you're coming back, right?
No, not until Rex goes in. I trust mom, but also she gets really angry sometimes.
I mean, well, yeah, but look, it'll be fine.
She'll walk over to the shadow and like stick a pinky in
Yeah, sure.
and notice it's not as cold as it was. And then she'll stick her face in, like, Mom, you're feeling better. And then she'll come in.
Yeah. So we were just talking about how your mom was talking about moving, and there's an underworld in my pantheon called the Freezing, which seems like it would be a good fit if you wanted to try out, meet some new gods, and see how things work out.
Yeah, that could be fun. Like, we've been here a couple months, I wouldn't mind checking out someplace new.
Yeah. I mean, I got to make a stop along the way, but I'm sure if you wanted to come with, maybe we can go and visit, and you can check it out and see what it's like.
Nyx won't go. Rachel will go.
All right. Yeah.
Rex, at this time, you have severed the connection with Zeus.
Great. It's the weirdest montage because even though severing the ties, we're not even watching him do that anymore. It's mostly like cutting Unk's hair, just like dressing him up, just like fashioning him up. Like, listen, if we're going to do this together, we're just going to have to fit into the now times because this look, it's not hidden. It's giving this man a buzz fade.
Yeah.
It's like remixed his clothing. Got like the matching suits and ties on with the vest. Gets rid of the suit jacket. Like, you don't need that. Let's see. Okay, we look great. You look great. I look great. We can do our Bonkai, our full fusion monster thing. That's weaved, cut. We look great. You know what? Do you feel bonita?
Sometimes.
Well, you look bonita. Look at you. Okay, so it's time to go. We're gonna go meet Nyx, and what are we going to do when we see her?
I will not be doing anything.
So we'll be on our best behavior. Great.
Just a reminder, I did nothing to Nyx. Zeus did.
Well, we're not connected to Zeus anymore. Now are we?
So theoretically, we should be fine. But also, I can exist in something. I cannot exist in nothing. So I'm just gonna, be on the safe side and not.
Unc, we fuse, or you exist in me now. Like, okay. I know you've never heard this term, but we're going to the cookout. Come on, Unc. Come on. We're going to go see Auntie. I know you screwed her over in that one game of pickle, but like, you're just gonna have to I know the spades game did not go the way you guys wanted, but we just have to go through this together. He's looking
You
for
make
Rachel.
your way to actually you don't even need Rachel because you can get there through Tartarus.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to do it that way.
Right. And you do, and she sees you. Oh my! Everyone's here. Such a great day.
Oh
She gives
my!
like a nice like group hug.
Hey, had to do a little dress up, change up. Had to disconnect um from old God, and yeah, it's been an experience.
Well, I'm glad you're here. People are saying my tea is getting very good.
I told everyone, and they just looked at me like I was crazy.
I just sipped the tea when he offered,
Exactly. You can even see, you can even taste the tea now. Before you couldn't even taste the tea. Now it tastes awesome.
Well, now that we are all here, we're going to take like a 10-minute break. It's a good place to stop. We do a little like intermediate break, get some water, and come back to finish up this episode. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all very, very soon. And welcome back. We are in Nyx's humble abode in Thanatos. Nyx very happy to have three of her favorite divine children just hanging out. You all don't have time to visit, that often, but when you do, it's always appreciated. Nyx has been considering moving to the freezing, get a new place, hang out.
Yeah, yeah. Putting the idea out there. We're gonna take Rachel and
Yeah.
show her around. We got a stop to make on the way, but that shouldn't take long.
Yeah.
Well, look at you going out and seeing the world instead of just being stuck here all this time.
I mean, it really hasn't been that long I've been here. Only, a couple thousand years.
Couple, that's like a couple thousand years. That got to be like at least 2 decades. That has to be like at least 2 decades. That you haven't been on vacation,
I mean, considering that I've existed forever, like it's like a month.
but still, when was the last time Nick's went on vacation without having to worry about like soul tie being locked away in prison? Your your baby dad just got out of jail, and you're not on vacation, and he's not on probation.
The last time I went on vacation is the last time I had this good tea. You should go have some of this tea and tell me it's not taking you away, far, far away.
He does drink the tea.
She's been experimenting with some infusions. There's some fruit, there's a little bit of mint in there.
I know that's right on too. Still, it's whatever you want to do, though.
Well, I think Rachel would appreciate it. She won't say it, but I know she misses exploring. And even though like she's gonna, be back to the world once she's finished like learning some things, it'd be nice to get her someplace different before we do that.
That's fair. That is fair. Oh, so uh, we don't have to worry about that whole Zeus problem, right? Right. Because I
Because
saw
he
part of that.
because he's dead?
Well, he's not Zeus anymore. Well, old Zeus is not Zeus anymore.
And she'll like look into your eyes and be like, I see.
We went through a whole fashion montage.
Well, I've heard that people learn, people grow. I appreciate you for growing, old Zeus.
He's just gonna wait for like a reply.
Nope,
Oh,
you don't hear shit.
I'm sorry. He apologizes. He's just a little shy with apology, but he apologizes for all the stress and trauma he put you two through. Well, you
He,
three. He also
he,
apologizes for what happened there.
he is fine. I'm used to it.
Well, you shouldn't have to, and you won't be going through it for too longer because I will be dealing with them. Well, at least our three main idiots.
Well, let me know if you need help.
Oh, most definitely. Especially for our new Zeus. He's definitely gonna love what we have planned for him. It's gonna be theatrical. But first, I have to deal with Dad.
Yes, he will be on the warpath very soon.
Aphrodite was the one that hooched up with Hephaestus, right? To go into hiding.
Mhm.
Yeah. Boda's just gonna send her a note. Chatted with Nyx. She says hi. She'll be seeing you soon.
Well, one good thing is Aphrodite doesn't have another husband to run off to because I kind of rearranged that whole situation.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's going to be dealing with multiple things in multiple fronts. And while she's smart, she's also vain, arrogant, and also very, very petty to the point where she'll do something petty that will stumble in her own way, even though her own survival rests on her not doing anything.
Many gods are like that. It is my way or no way.
Yep, and she's going to learn that one the hard way. No, Aries is a little different. Aries is thinking, ah, yes, a war. I'm going to go and fight one, and I am going to go through here victoriously. It's going to go swimmingly. But he hasn't really learned his lesson yet, what that actually means.
So you're going to go to war against your father.
Not the type of war he thinks he's going to go into. Have you seen a clown before?
I think Rachel likes him for some reason. I don't know.
Ew, why?
She's like, because they're funny.
Oh, clowns, right. Well, by the time I'm done, Ares won't be known as the god of war. He'll be known as the god of clownery.
I see. Well, I wish you all the best.
But, Auntie, there is one thing that I need you to do.
Hmm.
I need you to go ahead and be family again. Go and talk on the family chat. I heard you have not been chatting as much as you should have. And listen, if we're going to do this whole family cookout thing, then we all have to bring something to the plate. And your tea is great, and you're going to have to bring that tea to the family gathering.
There's one small problem, though.
What's that?
People associate me with the Greeks because that's where I've been staying for the past 1,000 years, but I'm not technically Greek. It's
But you're part of everyone's family, though.
everyone's family, yes, but I tend to stay to myself. That's just how I've been.
But look how you light up whenever we show up.
Yeah, most people when they show up, they die.
I mean, that's true. That's fair. But gods tend to be a little bit more hard, and he just has a moment to think it back to like the two that's just been killed off, then goes back. But yeah, gods tend to be a little bit more hardy.
You find me a god who I don't mind being around, and I would love to be a bigger part of the family of gods.
Yeah. But I don't see you as a god. I see you as everything in the night sky, like everything in space. You and Uncle over there who wait, where is Uncle?
Oh, I don't know. I was getting anxious, and so he said he'd go and kill something, and he'll be back soon.
Oh, see, Bodhi, this is the type of relationship I want. Like, if I'm anxious, whoever's beside me as consort, they got to go out and kill something to make me feel better. Like, if I can't have that, throw the whole relationship away.
I mean, but did he go out and kill someone to appease her anxiety, or did he go out to kill someone as just as an excuse to not be here while she was anxious?
Hmm. Well, that just crumpled my whole delusion right there when you said that. But okay,
Find
I see
someone
your
who's like
point
when
there.
you're anxious and when you're going through a thing, doesn't it's like they anybody who knows you like killing. They invite you to go with them. that would be more your, you know, she's used to being alone. She's had that time. She seems to enjoy it, from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's good for her. But like if someone went out and killed someone without you, let's be honest, you'd be a little mad that they went out and killed someone and didn't take you with them.
This is why we're best friends. But also, don't at me like this. But also, at the same time, you're right. But back to what I was saying. If that's the case, then we will visit, or at least myself will visit more often.
Okay, but then if I'm doing this, you need to do something for me.
What you need? I got you.
She gets starkly serious. My baby girl wants to be a god. She's seeing you and decides she wants to do good.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, when she becomes a god, I need the Theoi to not be a crock of bullshit. Because if it is, I'm coming for everything.
That's fair.
But I it usually takes a lot longer. I'm sure you'll have enough time. She
Well,
really looks up to you, you know. She talks about you both a lot.
oh, well, I love my little cousin.
And then she'll like stick her head out of a room. It's like, then where's my hamburgers?
Just flings a hamburger from like a bag. Just
Catches it. Thank you. Closes the door.
yeah, no
She also
problem.
talks a lot about hamburgers. I've never.
It's awesome. I get it. But like when you've been mortal for so long and then you're just not able to like have a connection to a hamburger, it's a lot.
Yeah, I get it.
My bad. I forgot not all of us are carnivorous warmongering meat eaters, okay? Some of us are wholesome vegans who have never lived with a burger and only eaten vegan burgers. I do apologize for that.
Those Beyond Burgers are pretty close. They're not quite there, but they're on the right path. They'll get
I
there.
No, I can't do any more bean or vegetable. If I find another carrot in my burger, I will. I'm reining in the war god here. I do not want another uh, carrot in my burger patty, or even worse, when that time we went to that one restaurant and they served me a steak, but really it was a watermelon.
No, but see, but like this actually like tastes like burger, though it doesn't taste like carrot.
It's the principle, Bodie.
So I don't think they have. I don't think they have carrots in them to begin with.
This one definitely. That was an orange
Beans,
carrot that came out.
avocado, peas are in there. Potato. I'm kind of dry, but not as I've never had a juicy Beyond Burger, but it's not like that. It's not the same, but it's close enough. So it's got
Wait,
that going
I
for
forgot. Yeah, wait, no, I forgot what we're doing. Off topic. I got distracted. Sorry. I we will make it so that she does not have to experience what she experienced the last time because that was horrible.
That's good. I'm glad.
it. Also, again, that was a lot of Zalmoxis is doing.
That part as well.
I thought it was Zeus's doing.
Well, yes, but Vampire Lady's plan kind of coincided with that as well. She kind of helped triggered point A to point B, which is how Aphrodite and Zeus got tied in.
But Zeus did it.
Zeus did it, but she made it easy.
But Zeus did it.
And we will be dealing with him.
That's all I wanted to hear. Well, I appreciate you all stopping by, but I assume you all have things to do. Let me leave you with a couple like to-go cups of the tea.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
no problem.
It is
Buddy, are we
awfully
doing your
kind of
thing
you.
first?
Yeah, we're gonna go see. Well, it's just a quick stop. We go see Mara. I take the mantle and we just go on. Um, Rachel wanted to check out freezing, so we're gonna go there. Um, just so she can see what that's like and get the vibe that see if she likes that. But yeah, yeah, we got things. Yeah, we can do that.
Go. Tosses two more burgers off to the side where the shadows were.
Leave some burgers behind.
Yep, leave some burgers behind, and I head out with Bodie in tow.
Oh, Rachel's coming with us.
Yeah. Rachel will Rachel will follow. Let mom know she'll be back soon.
And we're going to use a little bit of the seemingly liminal powers that Rachel and Nyx have, and we're going to pop out right in front of the door to wherever Mara is.
Yeah, you're close enough to death that like as simple enough to do. And so you pop out in this lavish palace and laying down on just like a chair. Mara just without even looking up, what are you doing here? It's supposed to be my relaxing decade.
Wow, you just are the cliche that everybody says you are. Um, I mean, like I was giving you some benefit of the doubt, but that's just impressive. The amount of laziness and just not caring about what you're doing. Um, so, anyways, it's been obviously clear that you have a lot of things on your plate. You got, the whole campaign that you've been kind of doing, trying to discredit Buddhism, um, poorly. You fail at that. Like you failed to kill the Buddha, that kind of thing. Um, so I figured I would offer you an olive branch and kind of give help you by taking some responsibility off your plate.
You're here to serve me. Excellent. Go get that
No,
grape and feed it to me.
hmm. See, if I were like you and deception was part of my thing, I would take the grape, poison it, serve it to you. You know, but that's not me. I'm not here to serve you. I'm here to relieve you of your mantle of death.
That'll get his attention, and he'll open one eye and look at you. You're here, you're not here to serve me,
No,
but you're here to relieve. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to take that from me, but that would be preposterous, wouldn't it? No, what you're here to do is get in my way, and you've done that. So be on your way.
and that so Bodhi is going to send a signal to
Mm-hmm.
the various temple networks that he's been working with over the past quite some time to discover the location of not all of the cults from Mara, just the ones that are the death cults.
Right.
And like how his temple is full of monks and nuns that know how to fight.
Hmm.
They are going to go and attack all of his cults, defeating them, wiping them out, and again, just the death cults, so that he gets the sense that this is not a joke and that this is serious, so that he
Right.
feels that loss of the connection that he has with death.
Pretty quickly, another eye opens. I feel like you want me to move in my decade of rest. And
No,
if I move, you.
I just feel like you should just. I don't want to burden you more than I need to. You can just hand that over, and we can call that a day.
Or I can just erase you from existence now.
Well, you certainly think you can. At which point, he's going to, slowly just, give the word for Rachel and Rex to kind of step into the room and step up.
Hmm.
Just to show that there are other people here. I'm like, look, I have time. I promise to show Rachel here um, what sneezing is like. Um, so we can make this. You can just hand it over, and we can be, and that can be it.
When you're sweeping up, it doesn't matter if there's one piece of dirt or three. They're all going to be swept away.
Mm. So I apologize if I wasn't clear on this, and if you thought that I was coming to at this at a way um, that was not civil and polite. Um, I did bring you a tea, and he's going to hand the tea from Nyx.
Yeah, he won't accept that. He is very much just waiting to destroy you.
Okay. Well, and this is the moment that he is going to again, send out the message. And this time, this is to the gods of, you know, and it's not just the Paias gods because there's some crossover with some of the gods, some of the other pantheons. So it's not just gods of Buddhism. We have some kamis, we have some devas, we have some Shen showing up.
Hmm.
Um, basically, um, since Buddhism has touched and carry over, and there's overlap, um, it's not just the gods of his pantheon showing up to do this. It is Tara in her war form, who is coming, of course. It is, you know, Dastrasha. It is, you know, reaching out though, it's coming across the aisles. It's also Sangwoo Khan. It is from Shen. It is just, we now have about a dozen gods of 4 or 5 pantheons in the room. And without turning around to look and see that they have arrived, she's just leaning over. So, again, I am here for the mantle of death. Now, you can give it up willingly, or I can take it. And let's be honest, there are several others in the room with me right now who wouldn't mind relieving you of a mantle or two while you're there. We're at it, so you can peacefully give up one, or you can violently risk them all.
You come under the mantle of peace, but bring an army ready for war. If I didn't despise you, I would respect you right now.
Well,
Oh,
you're a known liar, so I'll take that for what it is.
okay, young one. I'll let you borrow the mantle of death. But don't you worry, I'll be back to take it.
She's just going to reach out um, and pick up off the table the one of the weapons and take the Rainslayer relic. Um, sure, without the Mantle of Death, you won't be needing weapons such as this.
Like I said, you can take whatever you want. I will be back to reclaim it soon enough.
And
And
and,
Mara,
and, and as a just kind of a ceremonial and to drive the point home that she's taking it, she'll just take out the Skyfall dagger and kind of just make a symbolic cut across his chest and reach in and just pull it out
mm-hmm.
and put it into her.
Marlosian says, "What is your name, new god of death?"
If you were the Lord of Death and had been doing your job, you would have already known this. She's not going to answer him
I
and
see.
just leave.
As you leave, he'll say, "I hope nothing befalls you, new Lord of Death."
Well, I hope you are content with keeping what you have. Um, we know that you are most famous for your inability to kill. So maybe you can get known for something else.
I think I will. I will see you soon, new Lord of Death.
Oh, unfortunately, yes. I will be probably seeing you soon.
But you leave, having taken the mantle of death from Mara. You feel as Rex feels right now. Less so chaotic, but more so your body is becoming less a physical body and more a thematic presence within fate.
Yeah, so she's starting to look more like what she does when she takes her form, although the flames are no longer um, fully white. They're a mix of white and black flames. They're distinct of each other, so they're not like blending into a gray.
Right.
So, yeah. Look over. Mom is walking out. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get to, and we didn't get to, put a beating on him like you had hoped.
Oh, we will. Taking one mantle does not mean much to a properly motivated Titan. He'll be back. When he is, I'll be ready.
Good to know. Always good seeing you.
Good seeing you too. We'll probably be seeing a lot more of each other.
Yeah. Once I get a place set of my own set up and going, I'll of course invite you over for some tea. Rachel's
Look
mom here
forward
makes
to
some
it.
great tea.
And Rachel just kind of be like, uh,
Oh, Rachel, you've met my mom. I've met your mom. This is my mom.
hi,
Tara,
hi,
this is Rachel. Rachel, this is Tara.
hi, Tara. Nice to meet you. And Tara will like just like walk up close to her and look down. You have good confidence. I approve. Just walk away.
I imagine in this
Rachel,
form. Imagine Tara coming for a fight is in her ogre
yeah,
form. Yep.
very just like looking down. Rachel's like, did I do good?
Yeah, did great.
I think in the background you hear Rex. You're doing great, sweetie, but he's been networking the whole time.
It's my car. There.
Literally, just this is my card. This is where you can find the office. Also, Project Guardian ask Sarah or Daniel at the front desk. He's just been handing these things out.
Hmm.
Bodhi,
Yeah.
you finished with your job, sweetie?
Yeah, we're good.
Great. It was so. You said your name was Sun Wukong.
Yeah, Sun Wukong. It was nice to meet you.
It's nice meeting you as well. Like I know it's been a chaotic few minutes for us, but like it's great getting to meet this side of the aisle. I'm so used to like the western side.
And as you're talking, someone who looks just like Sun Wukong will like walk from across this hall and be like, "Okay, you can go now." And the Sun Wukong you're talking to just kind of like puffs into nothingness, and then he'll be like, "Oh, sorry about that. I want to go check something out." And I we were talking, so I just made a doppelganger. You don't mind, right? I heard everything you said.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm used to this by now. And just make sure this one also has a card as well, and it takes off.
Yeah, he takes it. Like, yeah, we'll be chatting soon.
Yeah. Also, you're gonna if you do Project Guardian, you're gonna love it. It's like having another avatar, but specifically for like all of your more combative needs.
I'm a fan of the combat. Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll think it through.
Yeah, and also it provides you some more space so you don't have to keep wasting your time adding more shadow clones like that.
Oh, it's pretty fun. Pulls out a few hairs, three more just pop in.
Yeah, but it also frees you up for more fun business and while they get to take care of more of the more boring stuff.
And it's pretty easy. They each pull out four hairs. 16 more show up.
That is amazing. Uh oh wait, I also gotta go because that one's my ride. He's over there pointing to Bodhi.
They're like trying to like get out of the way, but it's like 20 of them at this point. Like, just go that way.
It was so great meeting you, and he's already like 2 inches away from Bodhi and Rachel. Okay, we can go. This was nice. It was nice meeting like your other connected pantheons and family and cousin in them.
Yeah. Somehow they're so it's a thing like so just because you're in one pantheon does not mean you can't be in ours too. So there's some crossover between many of the um, mainland Asian pantheons.
Oh, nice. Oh, Unfortunately, I have to take a sledgehammer to my own pantheon. So,
Mhm.
but if it was any other time, I would have like joined up.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and it was, so we're gonna go check out freezing. Get a taste of that. And,
This is like going to like your first demigod apartment now. That's one that doesn't have to worry about being destroyed in the void. Let's check it out.
Right. And so you go to freezing. Don't even need to make any portals as you are rapidly becoming the god of death.
well, yeah, Yam Araja was also with us, so you know, god of the underworld. You know,
Yeah.
he was going back
All
there
right.
anyways.
For true. So you make your way through, and Rachel's immediately like, this feels comfortable.
Yeah. So as part of how it works with us, um, there's different places of the underworld, different sections. So freezing is one of them. There's also the opposite. There's hot and really hot. So there's that. Um, you know, depending on what you did and what you have to go through to make your way back into the world. This is where you come and mortals serve out their, I don't want to say eternity, because some of it's like really long time. Some of it's really short time. Some of it feels long when it's really short. Some of it feels short when it's really long. It's all a matter of perspective and how you internalize and how you learn before being reborn back into the world.
Yeah, well, I'll tell mom. I don't know how she'll feel about like everybody's suffering here, but if we're far enough, like it won't matter.
You know, it one way to think of it is they're preparing for their next life as penguins and polar bears.
Oh yeah, she'll like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Rachel is all aboard the moving over to freezing. Where they next would have to chat with some people for this to happen, so it won't happen immediately, but it does seem like they may be living in a brand new underworld. Uh, Rex, you do hear your friend finally speak up again and say, I think it's time to say goodbye
Oh, right.
to all your friends. Like they can still reach you, but they won't see you unless you make an avatar.
Oh, I already had that whole avatar thing planned.
You may also need to expand your domain to create one specifically for you, unless you want to live in Mount Olympus.
Do you want to live in Mount Olympus?
I would rather not live in Mount Olympus just yet.
Then, then why would I want to go to Mount Olympus myself? If we went to Mount Olympus, there would be someone in our business 24/7.
Exactly.
Oh, we're making a domain. First, we gotta manipulate someone, buddy.
Regret this already. Manipulate is not destroy, but
Like you need to, you need to watch how it works first, and
I'll watch.
watch Bodhi. It was great being here, but we have to go take care of some business. Also, it's very cold, and Auntie's not here, so like it's this is kind of not my thing without her being here.
All right, well, yeah, all right. Rachel, you know, you want to go back, talk to your mom, let her know what your thoughts are, and you can you've met several of the gods of my pantheon, so that if you need to make an introduction between your mom and them,
Yeah, that'll be fun. Then Rachel will head on back to Nyx's abode. Bodhi, you are also well aware that your time just wandering the earth, sans Avatar is quickly coming to a close. If you
Hmm.
have any like last minute things you'd like to do, now would be the time.
Well, yeah. So we're gonna go and do what meet up with a we have a whole bunch of fate bindings that aren't dead, who aren't Silas, who are in. Uh, we're gonna give a little boost to, so we're just gonna hop around to us a little bit. We're gonna go to the temple. We're gonna that's the
Hmm.
temple. We're gonna go to the Jean Paul family with the kid. We're gonna give them that blessing.
Yeah.
Um, Janine and Dr. Wilson as well. I'm gonna hit them up.
Yep,
And
yep.
then we're gonna have see how Erica's doing. How is how's her sorcery progressed?
Right. Erica, who is daughter of the Cartwrights, right?
Yep.
Uh, has been unable to do any sorcery since she has left. However, she has made a very great teacher for the people you have sent to her. She is unwilling mostly because she it just reminds her of a time she doesn't want to do. Like she didn't realize what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
However, she had a very deep understanding of sorcery outside of that like one particular thing. And so other people who go there, including Rex's new fortune sorceress, is able to quickly learn as Erica is just actually just a really great teacher and understands sorcery because she's been doing it for a very long time. And
Okay.
because she's doing this, she actually feels more fulfilled. It's like she's taking agency in a way that she has not been able to do, given how her family like had her doing things.
Okay. How did how did she get along with dealing with the that conversation in the graveyard with the ghosts, and how does that sit with her?
Which conversation?
So when we took her to the cemetery,
Yeah.
and we found the ghost that was with the horse, the ghost that
Mm-hmm.
had the
Mm-hmm.
horse, and had them kind of talk and conversate,
Yeah.
and kind of teaching her how to deal with the dead in a way that was other than just using them for power.
Right.
Um, what has anything come of that part of like the lesson for her?
Um, People think she's weird because she just goes to the graveyard and talks a lot. Really, she's just going to talk to her new friend. They just
Okay.
talk horses. She's gotten at least two other people in her like sorcery training to be able to talk, and so she's creating this like graveyard horse club. Um, and so it's been nothing sorcery related that's come from that conversation, but it has been everything like life affirming and respecting people, even this respecting people's spirits, even those spirits that do not have a physical body.
Right. Now we have pretty much like fully gone through apotheosis and they're essentially gods now, correct?
Yeah, the only reason,
Okay.
honestly, the only reason I'm like being like you're not there
So
yet is because
the first thing that Bodhi is going to do is spend a legend to make Erica a chosen scion of Bodhi.
so Bodhi's first scion uh is young Erica, who this will be interesting because while she's a scion, she has not had her visitation yet. Um,
She has. or she will.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not going to be Bodhi, but it is going to be happen on a trip to a graveyard, um, and a new ghost will appear and have a conversation with her. But for now, yeah. So she is a origin tier
Mm-hmm.
Scion,
Yeah.
and the
Origin
fun that comes
tear.
with that. Hoping she takes the cycle count line.
Erica, whose life has been irrevocably connected to Bodhi Lee, has now become the first scion of the new god of death. Rex, any last minute things for you?
Um, First thing is he's calling in. Um, so it's called Chris, Max, Officer Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
Francesca, but he's called in another individual we have not seen before, the Cartwright son.
Yep. You were asked to take over.
He's kind of waiting. Normally the bathhouse is closed,
Mm-hmm.
but it's open for some reason, and it's open for them, red carpet and everything. By the time they get through, they're gonna walk through a place like, oh, why did he call us to go through the steam room? They go through like mist and steam, and they're inside a green, fiery, and lightning palace with stained glass.
Okay.
Oh, it seems we've reached a point in this whole dynamic for all of us. And also, he looks to like the Cartwright son. I didn't get your name yet fully.
Yeah. My name is Kevin. Good sir.
Kevin.
Kevin.
It's a nice name. So, where do you guys think your adventure goes this time?
Yeah, no one's speaking. They're just kind of like,
He's just going to make like the scary lightning happening for all of them.
Brittany will
Kind of
walk up, eyes down, and put the box on the ground with the donuts, and then back up.
your sacrifice of donuts have been accepted. I'm just fucking with you. Will you all calm down? Like my last day as a demigod, and you guys are just making it. Stop all.
It's not our fault, boss. It's just physically hard to look at you.
Okay, so um, and that's when he's actually going to make an avatar this time.
Okay. You make an
Uh,
avatar, which they can look at the avatar.
uh, Nolan kind of steps off to the side and he starts speaking through the avatar. It looks like human Nolan almost. Um, Still muscular, still masculine, but has a little bit more vibrancy to his color, so it doesn't look like, oh no, a Titan. It's like, oh, this strange guy who looks like our boss is here.
Right.
All right, does this make it easier for all of you?
And they are very much excited to look at the avatar.
Okay, he hands Rex and Lex popsicles. Rex, I
Yep.
do apologize for stealing your name, but I kind of have to use it now.
I mean, popsicles, they're happy.
Okay. So, kids, new adventure. Are you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Hands them a device. You now have control over Atusa now.
The 10-year-olds?
Not just the 10-year-olds, the actual like Max. He's like throwing it off to like Max.
Right.
So you guys, it's now your job to manage Atusa, but not only Atusa, but like to go ahead and do the world saving thing.
I mean, yeah, like they've been training for this. They are ready.
Chris, buddy, guess what? This is time for you to start taking the throne.
Hmm?
Time for you to start taking control.
Me?
That's what you've been appointed to.
Okay.
Or I could,
No, 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 no. I'm ready.
Max, Officer Thompson, my two guardians. Look at you.
Are they very proud?
Time for you to start your own night order. Both of you, separately.
Are we competing night orders? Can I be night order one and they're night order two?
Figure that out amongst yourselves. Francesca, hi. I'm sorry, we didn't get to meet long.
Hi.
How's training going?
I mean, Erica's great. My powers are a little confusing. I always thought sorcery was explosions, and now it's like you'll roll a double six on your next dice roll. But it's fun.
You're figuring it out. Besides, I already gave you your assignment. You already know what you got to do.
Yep, yep.
I'm going to level with you kids. Things are going to get a little bit more hectic than they were before. And unfortunately, while Bodhi and I might stomp around a bit, maybe once or twice, we can't really just jump in and interfere. You saw what happened the last time we tried to do that, how scary things got.
Well then we but that's why we're here. We've trained for this.
And glad you guys understand the position it is because now fate is in your hands.
Yeah, so
And for one of
I
you,
figured
literally.
we'll like just check in like once a week and you'll let us know how we're doing.
Or like maybe once a month or once a year.
Once a Now like people are like grumbling and they're like, once a year? What do you mean once a year?
God, that's the whole point of not Demigod anymore. Not like just regular Scion that could just walk around anymore. Even doing this is a lot.
You can tell they understand, but they're also very, very sad.
It's not like it's gonna be forever. I'm gonna pop in mysteriously. Woo.
We'll miss you, boss.
Besides, you also have to go ahead and protect well, he points over to Kevin.
Mhm.
Also, you're gonna have to protect that one
Me?
for a thing.
I'm fine on my
Kevin.
own. I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me.
Oh no, Kevin. And even through this avatar of Rex, the eyes kind of glow a bit. You're gonna be a new Scion.
No, he's still, yeah. He like, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think you understand what that means, but this is going to be fun, like I promised your mom it would be.
That will scare him.
Oh, and don't think you're gonna be like the god of war or god of like something crazy like that. What I have planned for you, buddy, you're gonna definitely want these guys protecting you.
Oh, okay. and he is, I mean, willing to be psionified. Uh, but yeah, everybody is getting ready to their new post sends a Rex or a Nolan to guide them.
One last thing, blows out a whistle. The stained glass opens up, and there's just like nothing but weapons all around the room. I know my mother is probably going to be pissed at what I'm about to do, but you kids can run wild with whatever's on the wall. And she's not here, so she can't tell me what to do either because she decided to go off on her own adventure. So you guys can go have fun with this.
Okay. Young Lex is going to get the closest thing to a great sword, great like the biggest bladed weapon you have.
Can you even
Uh,
hold that?
but she had the power of air, and so she just uses air to like lift it up and make it easier. And so she's able to use it like a short sword, as she like essentially lifts herself over it and like flings it around. And young Rex is going to look for some kind of like small pokey weapon, like a knife or even like a thumbtack. He just wants something where he can like poke it in so he can like do that like vibrations like directly into your body, your tank, whatever it is. The smaller and sharper it is, the better it is for him.
Aw,
You
adorable.
learn very quickly they've like gotten really attuned to their like nature powers, whatever it is.
Boy, whatever fate has in store for you is going to be exciting and not my fault. I will just be watching. Okay, anyways, I gotta go, and since we're doing that, I gotta go rapture up a bunch of my followers and make them be their true selves. Anyways, you guys have fun with this. You can do whatever you want with this Nolan here. He will be a friend guide. I'll pre-program him with a bunch of Nolan stuff.
But you say farewell to your closest peeps for the last time, at the very least, for the last time, all together like that.
Uh, Before he leaves out, without them looking, um, just taking a few strands from fate, weave something together, puts it in the book, slams it in the back of Kevin's head. Get going, Scion of Theater going. Have fun. And takes off without him answering back.
Oh, and so you leave the last time as like demigod until full divine Rex. Bodhi Lee being full divine god of death. I think that's where we will end it as the next time we play. Uh-huh.
There is one thing I want to do.
Oh, yes.
Um, Even as God, he has like that last phone number that he has to call, but he's in Bodhi's room doing this. He's called Aries' phone, the number that he gave Nolan.
Yes. After one ring, he picks up. Hey there, sport. I hear you've been busy.
Oh, you didn't hear. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, I hate to be the one to be the bearer of bad news.
What's the bad news?
Nolan died.
Like all my children die.
No, no, silly. Nolan doesn't exist anymore. He doesn't exist and died because of you, buddy.
Yeah, that was always going to happen. Don't you understand how this works?
I don't think you understand. There is no young Scion god of war anymore. You
Right.
f-
There is a potential threat to my godness, which means I get to do what I've always wanted to do.
no, no, no. You see, you're making an assumption there. That usurper isn't around anymore.
So then
Aphrodite
who
took
am I
care of that.
so then who am I speaking to?
You can think of me as a friend, as a confidant, or you can just think of me as just someone who's going to pop around a few times.
See, here's the thing. Either you are my son and a usurper, in which case we're going to meet on the battlefield, or you got rid of my son, in which case we're going to meet on the battlefield. It doesn't matter which, we are going to meet on the battlefield because that is all I want.
You think there's a battlefield, which is even funny. It's funny how you're. Is she still your wife? It's funny how she set you up.
Set me up?
Oh.
No.
Nah, she did set you up for failure.
Well, then there's only one way to see if I truly do fail.
Well, there's that, but she's already replaced you with a new husband by now, so
That just means there's two people I get to war against.
Oh, but see, that's the problem. You keep thinking there's a war between us, and I think we could be more friends than we can be enemies.
I am only interested in you, the possibility of a fight.
But there's not going to be one. But who am I to say? I'm just here for my own entertainment.
As am I. See you soon.
Oh, one last advice.
That is.
I heard Aphrodite wanted to be the new god of war. Good luck with that. He hangs up.
Already starting the messiness.
And it's only going to get worse.
Ah, and with that, I think we will close this Demigod chapter with both Rex and Bodhi Lee fully making the transition from hero through Demigod and finally into Scion God. Thank you all for joining us. This has been so fun. Before we leave, as always, we want to hear from the important people. Um, Bodhi Lee, please tell us who you are, who you're played, and Bodhi Lee's initial existence as God of Death Bodhi Lee.
So, I am Zachary Naldra, he, them. I've been playing Bodhi Lee, she, her. She who has become death. So, Bodhi Lee's initial existence as the god of death. So, she's doing a little bit of cleanup. As those watching earlier may have noticed, Mara's been a little bit lax, a little bit lazy, has been focused on maybe some other priorities that, um, he feels, slandering Buddhism is and creating people who, you know, take the religion and turn it into some, uh, you know, T-shirt quotes and uh, sell Buddhist retreats for thousands of dollars and completely miss the point of things. Um, he can focus more on his children and helping them prosper because he wasn't doing his job. So she's going to be spending some time getting set up, getting she needs her kind of space in order. There isn't a necessarily a Valhalla or a Mount Olympus or kind of a place where all the gods get together and hang out in Buddhism in the past. So there's she's gonna have to take some time to establish kind of her world, her realm, and we'll see how that works out.
Lovely. Rex, same question for you. Please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and Rex's initial existence as Kingslayer, Kingmaker, King Rex.
Hello, hi, I'm Crowhey. I played Rex. Yes, um the what is it? I guess you would call him Divine Titan of king making, king slaying, and possible God King of the Theoi, or at least God King candidate now. Um, what is Rex up to? Rex is wrecking a few of the top pantheons house. He is, while Bodhi's cleaning up things, he's kind of hitting the foundations and breaking a few things and setting up folks for their own fall. He's allowing them to collapse on their own weight and they don't even realize it is what he's working on while setting up his own domain.
All right. Well, once again, thank you two for playing. This has been a blast. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week. We will be taking minimum a little bit off just to like switch over into Scion God. We will keep you updated as best we can. Thanks again. And until then, have a great one.
Bye. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.